The shadow in the mirror. Emily had just moved into a quaint little house on the outskirts of town. It was old but charming, with creaky wooden floors and a massive antique mirror in the hallway. The previous owners had left the mirror behind, and while Emily wasn't a fan of old things, she decided to keep it. It added character, she thought. One stormy evening, as rain lashed against the windows, Emily settled into bed with a book. The wind howled outside, and the power flickered on and off, casting strange shadows across her room. She dismissed it as nothing more than her imagination playing tricks on her. But then she heard it. A soft tap tap tap. Emily froze. The sound wasn't coming from the windows or the door. It was faint but deliberate, echoing from the hallway. She got up, heart pounding, and crept out of her room. The hallway was pitch black. Grabbing her phone, she turned on the flashlight. The beam cut through the darkness, landing directly on the antique mirror. She gasped. In the reflection, she saw herself, but something was off. Her reflection wasn't moving. Emily tilted her head to the right. The figure in the mirror didn't follow. It stood there, staring back at her, with hollow, black eyes. A shiver ran down her spine. Just a trick of the light, she whispered to herself, taking a cautious step closer. Her reflection still didn't move. And then it smiled. Not a friendly smile. Not even a human one. It stretched impossibly wide, showing rows of jagged teeth. Emily stumbled back, dropping her phone. The light spun across the floor, plunging the hallway into a dance of shadows. When she looked up again, the reflection was gone. Terrified, Emily grabbed her phone and ran back to her room, slamming the door shut. She locked it and shoved a chair under the doorknob for good measure. Her heart was racing, her breaths shallow. Minutes passed. Silence. Then, she heard it again. Tap tap tap. This time, it was coming from her bedroom mirror. Emily turned slowly, dreading what she might see. There, in the mirror, was the same twisted figure. Its black eyes locked onto hers, and it pressed its hands against the glass, as if trying to push through. Before she could scream, the glass began to crack. Tiny fractures spread like a spiderweb, and the tapping turned into scratching. Emily backed into the corner of the room, clutching her phone like a lifeline. And then, with a deafening shatter, the mirror broke. But the figure didn't fall with the glass. It was standing in her room. Emily's scream was cut short as the lights flickered once more, and went out. The next morning, the neighbors called the police after noticing Emily hadn't left for work. When officers arrived, they found her bedroom in disarray, glass shards scattered everywhere. Emily was gone. But the antique mirror in the hallway was intact. And if you looked closely, you could see her reflection, standing in the background, smiling.